a pop. Like if I paid 30 quid a pop for all these games, I'd be broke, completely broke. But I can get them for like 3 quid when they go on sale, which is awesome. And yeah, well, we've got Hard Reset. I haven't actually installed that yet. I played the demo. I made a video with the demo. You can see that on my channel. The game itself is rather short. It's like a 4-hour campaign, which is very short actually. But it was only about 20 quid, so, or was it even 20 quid? I think it was 18 quid. So for a new game, it's quite good, and quite a lot of achievements, and don't know if there's a multiplayer mode, but it is kind of old school shooter style, but the guns are very weird. It's made by some of the people from Witcher 2, which is nice. The graphics are quite nice, and it's PC exclusive, so that kind of sold it to me. And I will be installing that once I get my new hard drive. I'll install all these games and take a look at them. But I like having the variety. Like I have a lot of games here. Only as I can't install them all because my hard drive's limited. Got Hexen, Heretic, all classics from id. The id pack included these as well, I forgot. Hunting Unlimited, oh my god, it's another guilty pleasure. Actually I had both these installed, 2008 and 2010, but I installed 2010 because it is exactly the same as 2008. So I got that in the ValueSoft shitty pack, so it's not that big of a loss. It is quite fun to go on a hunting, because you don't get that in games. Like that's what I'd want in Grand Theft Auto or something like that, the next Grand Theft Auto, to have a hunting mode. Because isn't it better to hunt in a virtual world where you can't depopularize? Oh, what am I talking about? Where you can't affect the population of a species, especially endangered species. You can go big game hunting, like in Africa, like you can't legally do. I'm pretty sure you can't hunt lions. You certainly can't hunt elephants. So you can do that in this game. So it's better to do it virtually, I think, than in real life. Especially morally speaking. I mean, especially for endangered species like tigers, lions, elephants. And the bullet time on these games is amazing. It's so good. It's kind of like in that sniper game. What was it? Sniper Elite, something like that. I think that was the first game to do it, but I'm not even sure. I think the hunting games did that before Sniper Elite. I think Sniper Elite got its ideas from these hunting games, because the sniper rifles in some of these hunting games are amazing. I mean, you can scope out an enemy from like 1,000 yards away, and you get the bullet camera is amazing. You can see it flying from top of a hill down to your target, and you either get a headshot or a lung shot or a non-vital shot. If you get a non-vital shot, you have to track the animal, you have to track its blood. But usually in these games, some of these hunting games aren't that great because they're not really realistic. I think the best one I got was back in 2005, Deer Hunter 2005, I think it was. It had an online mode, so you can go online and team up with random people or against random people to hunt, and whoever got the most trophies or the best trophy won. It was quite good, and had the user generated maps and everything. So good. Best hunting game I'd ever played. This is just the depths of shittiness of games. This is John Deere Drive Green Farming Simulator. This was part of the friggin' value packs software pack, which was like 20 quid for 10 games. So it was quite good, or even 15 quid. Don't think there's no way I would have bought this otherwise. 19 minutes played, that pretty much says it all. Had this about a year now, so yeah. It's just the depth of shitness of games. There's no redeeming features whatsoever. It's just a terrible game. The controls are terrible. The guy walking about looks terrible. It's blocky. Animation quality is terrible. It's just a terrible game. Just Cause 2. One of the best, if not the best, sandbox game I've ever played. So good. You got massive sprawling environments, no loading screens, huge mountains, and so much scope for just fucking about. It's amazing. Such a good game. I cannot wait for the next Just Cause. Hopefully they'll bring it out next year, but I don't think I think it'll be 2013 before they get another one out, but it was such a good game. My favourite sandbox game, without a doubt. And I've actually made a few videos on that. A couple of compilation videos. So good. Got Left 4 Dead 2. I haven't played that much of it. Only 52 minutes. Lego Universe. Ah, dear. Lego Universe, yes. Another guilty pleasure of mine. Well, I used to play Lego when I was a kid, like up till I was like 12 years old, so it's obviously a nostalgia trip. It's a very good game, actually. It's a Lego MMO, and 28 hours played is pretty much within the first month of release. I played that. I didn't pay for the trial, or for the monthly subscription fee. It's actually going free to play now, I think. Recently it went free to play, so I might pick that up again. I think I got to the last area, which is just 3 dragons you had to fight. It was quite a small game, but it was very good, I thought. It's pretty similar to the other Lego games. Not that I haven't actually played the other Lego games. I picked this up because I was like, wow, a Lego MMO, that would be hilarious to play. So I picked it up on Steam and I was like, wow, this is awesome. It was actually really fun. You got time trials and everything, little mini games and stuff. But no, I'm not a paedophile. No, no, it's just a nostalgia thing. It is fun, like, so. The only thing is, it's small. So yeah, that's Lego Universe. I think they released some new content for that and stuff, but I haven't played it in months since my subscription ended. I never had a subscription. I just bought the game and got 30 days played with it, which was free. So yeah, Limbo, which is the Xbox Live game which came to PC. I only played the demo of that. I haven't bought the actual game. It's another critically acclaimed game. I don't know how these basic games get the same sort of scores as something like Just Cause 2, which is a fully fledged 3D immersed environment with unlimited things to do almost, and insane stunts and awesome graphics and details and sound effects, just everything. Well, the sound effects not so much, but everything else. Whereas this is just black and white. But I suppose it's what they did with their budget, and the price of the game comes into the equation also. Like, the price of this game would be a lot less than the price of Just Cause 2. The production price of this game is a lot less than Just Cause 2. So they're working with the tools they had to make something that is good. But I still don't see how it could get the same score as a game like this, because this is like big budget. Even though this is sort of, the company that does this is like in Stockholm, Stockholm based Avalanche Studios. I don't think they have that huge of a budget, not like EA or someone. So even in that context, but I suppose these are indie developers, aren't they? I'm not even sure. You'd think if indie developers can do this, what could big budget developers do with a game like this? There's The Longest Journey, one of the classic games before, as it says here, before MMOs, before The Secret World, before Age of Conan and Anarchy Online. Funcom was known for superb PC adventure game, The Longest Journey. So I'd never played this before and picked it up recently for another reduced price. Yet I think it was about £5 or something. So I kind of like point and click games, but I don't play that many of them. It's just like I like a mix of games, so as you can see I have quite an extensive list. So I like to pick and choose, what I'm feeling like from day to day. I'm playing that one. No, I've only played it on this PC. I probably will install it on my laptop and play it instead of playing it on this, because it's more casual. It's not really casual, but I mean it's point and click, so you can just take your time with it instead of, unlike in an FPS, you're getting shot at, so you have to be quick. Unless you're playing on easy mode, but yeah. Master level for Doom 2, that's another part of the ed pack. Got Max Payne, one of the best PS2 games in my opinion, which came out 2001. That was one of my favorite games. Very good Rockstar games. Got that on Steam in the Steam sale again with Max Payne 2. I've never played that one. It's supposed to be pretty good. I think it's about as good as the first one, if not a little bit not as good. But hang on, as I was saying, it's supposed to be pretty good game. It's supposed to be about as good as the first one, but not quite as good as the first one. Obviously, that was a classic game. One of the first games to actually properly use bullet time. That was amazing back in the day. Amazing graphically. Look at that for a 2001 game. That looks amazing. Still looks amazing to this day. To me, anyway. Even his face looks better in the second game, which is weird. Midnight Outlaw. That's a shitty game from the Value Soft, whatever the hell. Mountain Blade. I bought this as a pack, all three. Don't know what price it was. I think it was about $10 or something, which was a really good price. But I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was an RPG game like Oblivion, but it's not. It's more like a cross between an RPG and a strategy game, like Shogun or Total War. So it's a cross with that, but it's not really my type of thing. So I probably won't be playing that. So it was a total waste of money, really, which is unfortunate. I just can't get into it. I mean, the controls for the guy when you get inside to the areas is kind of a bit jerky or something. It's a bit weird. I don't like it. So those sort of things really upset my gameplay. Like, the movement has to be good. It has to agree with me. It has to be, the animation quality has to be decent at least. And in my opinion, it wasn't inside the places, inside the areas you're walking about. It was a bit blocky or something. So that kind of take away from my immersion. I like games where I can immerse myself in, that immerse me in the world. Like Oblivion really does for me. I got Myst Masterpiece Edition. That's just basically the original Myst. I mean, I wish they'd. I thought that was the graphically enhanced edition, which is like HD edition, you know. But it's not. It's just the original version. Basically, 90s, from the 90s, like. So I wish someone would have released a high texture pack or something for it. Maybe they have, but I haven't looked into it properly. But I mean, it looks pretty shitty at the moment. But if it was properly 3D rendered in an environment, I know there was a version of it released that was 3D rendered in the early 2000s, but didn't get great scores, like. So I wish they would release a more modern HD version, because it was a good puzzle game, but just that it's very, very dated in the current market, if you will. I've got Oddworld pack. I got that quite a while ago. I haven't played that much of it. Played 2 hours of that one. Picked it up because I played the demo on the PS1 way back, like in 96, 97. I played the demo of it and I really enjoyed it, actually. So I saw that on Steam. I was like, wow, this is out on Steam. These two games came out in Xbox 360. I think that one was out, or was just Xbox. That's the only platform they came out on, the more modern ones, which is odd, because originally they came out in PlayStation 1. I don't know if they're out on any other system, but certainly they're out in the PlayStation. So that's kind of weird. I've got Overlord also. Haven't installed that or played it, but I got that for like 75% off, so it was a very good deal once again. Pretty much got all three for 75% off. I don't know whether that came with it. I think it did. Portal, of course. Not played that much Portal. I haven't even played through all of Portal. Played 3 hours of it. That's accurate. Portal 2. You see, I played a bit of Portal and then left it, and then I picked up Portal 2, and I did a blind Let's Play of it, which is probably why my Let's Play of it sucked. But then after playing Portal 2, I've played through it 8 times, and now I'm actually pretty good at it, which is why I did a walkthrough of the time trials, which is up to part 5 at the moment, probably part 6 today. So we've got 37 hours played now on Portal 2. And once you play Portal 2, if you go back and play Portal, it looks shabby, to be honest. It looks kind of faded and stuff. So this is all shiny and stuff. Compared to that, it's like all faded. And it just doesn't feel as good. Once you're in Portal 2, it's like, wow, this is so shiny and awesome and nice. And Portal 2 works very well with PC. It's very well designed and rendered. Prison Tycoon, let's shout again. With that stupid value soft, yeah, never played that. Well, I played that one for 21 minutes and then promptly uninstalled it because it was terrible, absolutely terrible. Quake, part of the Ed Pack, one of the all-time classics, which really evolved the FPS market. Quake, a lot of Quake. Ground Zero, Quake 2, that's like expansion packs. Quake 3 Arena, Quake 3 Team Arena. Red Faction Guerrilla. Now I played that, the demo of that. First Red Faction game I played was on PS2, the very first one. That was an amazing game, such a unique destruction engine. You could destroy walls and everything, it was amazing. And playing death matches against people. Usually you have like a friend over to play a death match with against the computer, or else you could use the internet. I think it was dial-up then, I'm not sure. It was PS2 anyway, it was back in 2001, but it wasn't that great at that time. Obviously the internet wasn't as fast as it is now. It's really fast compared to like what it was then. Anyway, Red Faction Guerrilla, I played the demo of that back in 2009, I'm pretty sure it was, when it came out. I got it with the PC Gamer magazine when I used to get that. I think I stopped getting that in end of 2009. May have been before that, but I really enjoyed the demo anyway of Red Faction Guerrilla. It was kind of like GTA style, open world. You could do what you wanted and then run about and get into vehicles and stuff. I really like the vehicle aspect, like plowing through gates with your vehicle and blowing up buildings and stuff. Love the destruction engine, so good. I haven't actually installed it yet though, but I did get that for like 75% off also. A lot of these games are like 75% off. Sometimes they go up to insane prices, especially in the summer deal, in the Steam summer sale and winter sale. Sometimes you get like 90% off, 80% off even. So it's pretty sick. So it's best to wait off until that time if you're not overly fussed about a game but you like a game. So I have a load on my wish list, so if any of those go on sale, I'll immediately know that they are on sale, so I can buy them. I've got Red Orchestra 2. I did a video on that. I did 2 videos on that, random commentary and games of 2012 part 1 I think. Very good game, very realistic. Had a lot of fun with that. I haven't played that much of it, only played 5 hours. 2 on the beta and 3 on the live, so I have to play some more of that. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, yeah, that's that good old game. I think it was part of the Ed Pack, I'm not sure. I haven't played that or installed it yet. Right, it's a ValueSoft game again. Rig and Roll. This is probably the best truck simulator that I've ever played. I mean, the models are excellent. I haven't actually played any of the missions. All I do is drive along the roads and sometimes try to do stunts and try to get away from police. Like, the police system isn't that great. You can get arrested for ramming someone. You can get arrested for well, I think it's just for ramming someone, like a pedestrian. Not a pedestrian, there's no pedestrians, it's like cars just, which is unfortunate. I wish they'd make a proper Grand Theft Auto style truck simulator. That would be my ultimate dream, but I suppose it would get kind of boring after a while, but this kept me entertained for about 2 hours, so yeah, it's pretty good. Not all at once obviously, like I go on this for about 10 minutes and then go off, so I've played it a couple of times. Anyway, it's part of my guilty pleasures, yeah. That and Lego. I don't have Lego anymore, any physical Lego, but Lego Universe, like a virtual game. Not that I've played it since, well, 6 months ago or something. Got Sega Genesis and Mega Drive Classics, yeah, got that pretty cheap, like a $5 for 50 games or something, which is awesome. It's like all the classic games. Only thing is, there's no co-op mode. There's no multiplayer mode. Well, there is. There's like on the original systems, most of these games had a 2-player mode, so you could plug in another pad and play with your friend. On this, I think how it works is you have to use one side of the keyboard and the other person has to use the other side of the keyboard, or else a controller, and you use the keyboard, which is kind of lame because I mean, how hard would it be to implement a co-op mode across the internet so 2 people across the internet can play with their separate computer? I mean, it wouldn't be that hard, would it? But they never bothered to do that, unfortunately. Steam Cloud or whatever it's called. It's another shitty Value Soft game. Sprint Cars. Don't know why I have that installed. Super Meat Boy. Haven't played that much of it. It's quite a good game, but I think it's another one of these overhyped games, platformers. It's very responsive though, and you definitely need a joypad for this game. Seriously. You will be screaming a lot in this game also because it's quite difficult, but it has a lot of replay value. Not just replay value in the fact that you have to replay a level over and over again to get it right, but yeah, you do. Don't know where I was going with that again. You got Team Fortress 2, of course. Not played too much of that. I keep saying that. 8 hours of that I've played, but it's probably one of the best FPSs I've played. Definitely is. In fact, it is very user friendly. It's very good because it's not so dependent on accuracy. Like especially Demo Man I was playing, you just blast off. My favorite mode is payload. Like you can just blast off like the shots, or you can, if you're defending, you can put your sticky bombs around it and get like 5 kills at once from blowing up people who clump around to push the payload, which is amazing. And especially also with Pyro, you can just back people in the corner and roast them, or else if people are clumped around the payload, that's probably why it's my favourite mode, because people clump around the payload, so you can just spray them with the fire. What do you call it? The flamethrower, sorry. I'm losing it. Beta, Team Fortress 2 Beta, don't know what that is. Terraria, that was a good game, but 18 hours played, and I haven't played any in quite some time because it does get a bit old after a while, for me at least. I like variety. I like to pick it up for about a couple of minutes or half an hour and then dip into something else. That's why I have so many games installed. Tomb Raider Anniversary, yes, this is one of my favourite games. Very, very good game. It's like the first game updated graphically, which is like my perfect game, obviously. I really loved the first Tomb Raider game on the PlayStation. This is like it updated but changed in certain ways. It's updated, and obviously some of the elements are different, some of the environments are slightly different, but it has the same feeling of the first game. It has the same sort of levels as the first game. It is a very, very good game. It's probably my favourite Tomb Raider game to date. I'm looking forward to the new one in 2012. Looks like a reset though, which is unfortunate because I really like the original Tomb Raider style. Torchlight, I've played that on my laptop. I don't have it installed here. It's a really good game to play on your laptop, as I was saying earlier about that point and click game. What was it called? Dreamfall or something? Yeah. This is probably the best game to play on your laptop. Played more than 3 hours of it because I played it offline, and whenever you play offline on Steam, it doesn't update your played time. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I don't think it updates your achievements either when you're offline. You have to be on the Steam Cloud or whatever it's called to get these achievements and to get the played time. So some of these achievements I've missed out on because I've been playing offline quite a lot. Like I played in different locations, and I take my laptop with me, and I play it. Most of the time I actually play it in bed when the internet's off, so it's quite a good game for just chilling out and yeah, playing. Trauma did a playthrough of that. You can see that on my channel. It's basically an interactive PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, with photos. Nothing much to say about that. You can check out my playthrough of that. Trine is another good game for your laptop, to play on your laptop if you're traveling on a train, or if you're just chilling out in the bed with your laptop. You don't even need a mouse for this, as I was saying. You don't need a mouse for Torchlight, you don't need a mouse for Trine. I don't have a mouse on my laptop. I just use the cursor, whatever you call it, you know, the thing in the middle of your laptop with the two buttons and the tracker. Is that what it's called? Tracker? Yeah, so it's a very laptop friendly game, and Torchlight will pretty much run on anything, so it's another good point. Two Worlds 2, picked that up recently, 50% off. It was on the deal because, yeah, it was 20th of the 9th, that was September. Not that long ago, about a month, not even a month ago. A couple of weeks ago. It's because of the new DLC came out, the Pirate DLC, where you can get on boats and shit. But I didn't buy the DLC. I just I had that on my wish list for ages, waiting for it to go on sale, and luckily it did go on sale recently because of the DLC that was released. Obviously to get more people to buy the DLC, but I won't be buying the DLC because I played the game. It's an interesting game. It's quite good. It's nice graphically. Graphically, it is very nice, but it's quite jerky in the controls, and controls for me are very, very important in the game, unfortunately. So I will probably play more of this. Like, it's a good RPG, but the controls are a bit jerky. That's the only problem. There probably is some other problems. There's a couple of glitches as well, but you can walk through walls in some places, which isn't the best thing in the world, but oh well, what can you do? Patch, I guess. The Ultimate Doom, that's another part of the id pack. Universe Sandbox, I did not a let's play or a playthrough, but a video on that, like a first look at. You can see that on my channel also. It's quite an interesting game, but the effects of it, I don't really like the effects. I mean, they could have put more realism into it. It's just like little balls exploding. If you aim a meteorite at a planet, it'll just put a white patch on the planet and little white balls coming out from it, which isn't really realistic in my opinion. So I wish they'd put more. I suppose it would just kill your hard drive though, or your system though, if it had high textures on the explosions and stuff. Because if you had, like, you can have a wave of meteorites hitting a planet, or even collide two solar systems together, which is something that you really shouldn't do. But if you're really into astrology, it's a really good game. Or is it astronomy? One of those, anyway. Yeah, it's astronomy, sorry, isn't it? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, Witcher 2. It says I have 118 minutes played in that, but I don't, because, as I said, I downloaded the GOG version, first of all, because it came out a day earlier than the Steam version. I actually pre-ordered it on Steam before I pre-ordered it on GOG, but then I realised it came out a day earlier on GOG.com. But I get the pre-orders bonuses with the Witcher 2 on Steam. You get the Team Fortress 2 items. You get quite a few Team Fortress 2 items, like the sword, the hairstyle, the medallion for the scout. Yep. But recently I installed it on Steam because I couldn't update past patch 1.2 on the GOG version, and on this version you can, on the Steam version, it automatically updates your patches, which is another awesome thing about Steam. It updates your game versions to the latest version, and there's also a page where you can go to update your graphics card drivers, which is awesome. Such a convenient service. That's what I love about it. It's like a console system on your PC, and you can download everything you want. Well, everything that's available on Steam, which is pretty much everything that's available on PC, although there are some exceptions to that, obviously, like Fable TLC and Warhammer 40k, which isn't available on the UK Steam. I'm sure it's available on US Steam, but the game or someone blocked it on UK Steam and still not available, which isn't annoying me that much now, but it did annoy me originally because I would have bought that game and I didn't buy the game because it's not available on Steam. So that's just a lost sale to them. And as I say, this Steam updated The Witcher 2 to 2.0, which recently came out, which is a huge patch, which changes quite a lot of bugs. It fixes a lot of bugs, and it introduced the new arena mode, which is quite an interesting mode. It's very difficult. It teaches you a lot about combat, and I learned quite a lot about how to use my signs properly, which I hadn't been doing in my Let's Play, unfortunately. So hopefully I should be doing better in my Let's Play of this. But as I do play quite a lot of games, you know, I do tend to forget certain things in certain games, so more than likely I will forget something, but definitely it's a lot better to have the patch 2.0 than patch 1.2 in The Witcher 2. So I'm glad I switched over to Steam with this and uninstalled my GOG version. And you also get achievements now, which is nice. Nice also. Wolfenstein 3D, one of the first, or the first FPS game from id. That was a revolutionary game and pretty much introduced violent FPS games upon this world. Since then, they've made it come on leaps and bounds, obviously, but this was like an innovative game. I haven't played that much of it, played about an hour of it just to see what it was all about because I've never played it before. I've got the add-on pack, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully this hasn't been too boring, but I've covered pretty much everything on my Steam list. You can see it's quite a substantial list. And just to show you my wish list at the moment, I have something in my cart. What's that? I have no idea. Sometimes it takes forever to load because, well, I don't know. I've got Crisis. That was an amazing looking game. I haven't bought that or played it. I haven't played either Crisis 1 or 2, which is unfortunate because it does look like my kind of game, and I wish I'd done a Let's Play of that Crisis, but there's still time. There's still time. When I'm done with some of the Let's Plays I'm doing now, like Dead Island and Deus Ex, I might pick that up. But I also have Skyrim coming up, as well as Serious Sam in November. So many releases in November. It's like a hectic time in the gaming industry. A lot of games coming out, especially since Christmas is coming up. All these games will be coming up to the time of Christmas, because people buy games for the kids at Christmas, you know. Grand Theft Auto 5. I have that on my PlayStation 3, but I don't have it on PC. There's quite a lot of mods for it, I'm sure, like there was for San Andreas and Vice City. I think the time I was most using mods was with Vice City. Like I had all the realistic car models, all the realistic maps and everything. It was quite amazing. Dirt 3, if that ever goes on sale, I'll buy that because it's like 90% I got. One of the best rally games, and it's on PC. I think it was released cross-platform though, like most of these games. Dead Space 2, didn't buy that. Will bad if it goes on sale. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, I have that on I bought it on the EA store and downloaded it, so it should be on my Origins, I think it is. Because I have my old EA account and I downloaded it on my laptop, and I recently set up the Origin account for the Battlefield 3 beta, and I think I got Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age Origins on my EA account, so it was like an EA downloader. Now it's upgraded to Origin, so I'm pretty sure all those games are available on my Origin. Let's just have a look. I'll sign into this. Metro 2033, that was reduced to £3 recently, but I didn't buy it for some reason. I should have. I thought it was on sale all week, but it was only on sale for 1 day at that price because it's a TSQ week-long sale at the moment. But I thought that would be week-long, but it's not. It was on sale for 1 day at £3. Now it's back. It was like 80% off nearly. I think it was 75% off. Now it's back down to 33% off. So you can see my games here. Yep, Battlefield 3 Beta, Dragon Age Origins, Digital Deluxe, and Mass Effect 2. Yep. So I don't have those installed either, but they are installed on my laptop. And I actually played through that without a mouse, and that without a mouse. No, I did play through Dragon Age with a mouse. I think I had a Razer then. Mass Effect though, I've played without a mouse, which is quite awkward. So I've been playing on easy, obviously. yeah, Penumbra, which was the prequel to, or the game that came before Amnesia. It's only $8.99, like, but wait for it to go on sale for £3 or something to buy it, because I'm not that interested in getting it, but I would get it if it was on sale. And obviously Skyrim is on my wanted list, big time, most wanted game. And Neverwinter Nights, I actually have a hard copy of that, but the disc is scratched, so I can't play it. So if that ever goes on sale, I'll definitely buy that. One of the best RPGs also. Very, very good RPG. Dead Rising 2, yeah. Not much to say about that, just I will get it if it goes on sale. So that's everything on Steam, and uploading Witcher at the moment. I just uploaded that earlier, so that's about it. I think I've covered everything. So thanks for watching. I hope this hasn't been too long and it hasn't been too boring, but I didn't really show my setup as such, but I did show everything on my desktop, everything on my computer. Well, nearly everything. Obviously it would take too long to show every little thing, but you get a good idea. It's quite cluttered at the moment. I'll probably tidy this up, like as I said. Did I say all these Steam games, when you install them, the icon appears, the shortcut icon appears on your desktop, but I access it through Steam, so I just usually drag the icons into a folder called junk, like here it is, yeah. So all those icons go in there, out of the way. So it would be totally cluttered if I didn't do that. It slows up your system also, so I should really get rid of all this crap, especially these things, which shouldn't be on the, only shortcuts should be on your desktop. But I like to put stuff here for convenience, so I can actually find it. I mean, I'm not one for organizing very well, so this is kind of disorganized chaos. Anyway, thanks for watching, and next week actually I'll be doing a Skyrim video. Skyrim's out in 4 weeks, exactly 4 weeks from now, on Friday the 11th of November. So next week, which will be the 22nd of October, I'll be doing a Skyrim video, and well, obviously not with Skyrim footage, but with Skyrim photos, Skyrim video maybe even, talking about Skyrim and any news, any updates, any my plans and all that for Skyrim. Hopefully, but there is a chance that it won't happen, but hopefully I will get that done for next week. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, have a nice day.